What's up, guys? It's your boy Brandon Gross, and you know what? I want to talk about a little something today, because to speed your learning curve and get ahead of your competition and just learn a lot faster, you need to have more than one skill as a UI UX designer. Let's get into it. And today we're going to be talking about why you need more than just one skill to be masterful and step your game up as a UI UX designer. Now, as before, I always talk about, trying to, or how do we step our game up as designers? How do we put ourselves above the competition? How do we get there? And I've touched on this in some of my other videos, but it's all about having multiple disciplines. And the reason this is because if someone in your field, let's say another UI or UX designer, they've been in the field for 20, 30 years, and you are just coming in, you're at 5 years, 8 years, how do you catch up quicker to that 30 year? And I feel like a lot of people are just like, oh, I just gotta do it for 30 more years. And that's one way of thinking, but another way of thinking is, okay, if I'm 8 years in and I need to catch up to somebody who's been in the field for 30 years, I have, what is the math? 22 more years. So that line of thinking, you're thinking, okay, I need 22 more years to catch up to designer A. I don't like that thinking, because if designer A, I think about it like this, if designer A only is really good at design, how do I differentiate myself from him and able to close the gap? And this is what I call it closing the gap between me and him. If he only has one skill set and I have one skill set, I'm still in the same playing field, right? But if let's say I add another skill to that, okay, one that he doesn't have, I now have two skills where he has the one, and now I'm learning those two things at the same time, okay? So I get 1 year. My 1 year is basically my 1 year in learning these two skills here. I get 2 years. Okay, and the reason I'm saying that is because you're learning a new skill set in addition to your primary skill set, and these disciplines will help you catch up. Meaning, and the reason they help you catch up is because they'll help you stand out more, and you'll be able to take on more, and you'll be looked at for completing jobs that require more than just design. It's great to be a specialist, but it's great to be what I call a T designer, who has, and it's in shape of a T. You have a very general understanding, right? You're able to do more than just your primary skill set, but you do have a specialty that goes and runs very deep. And of course, you can always broaden up that T, as you perfect and you practice those other skills. But someone who's just an eye designer, they're just very deep and specialized. They have no general skill, or they have no other disciplines. So it's very hard for them to reach out and stretch out into other places in the workforce, or be able to communicate as effectively as somebody who is a T designer and has those general skills that run across the board for them to communicate effectively with their team. So let's say now designer B picks up another skill set and they practice this for another year. Okay, they now have 3 skill sets, whereas designer A still has that one. Okay, designer A is still learning, 1 year of design, 1 year of design, 1 year of design. Whereas designer B has 3 things and he's learning 1 year of 3 skills, 1 year of 3 skills, 1 year of 3 skills. So you're getting more masterful in 3 skills per year versus someone who's getting masterful in 1 skill per year. So in 1 year, I'm learning a shitload of things about these 3 skills. So in 1 year, that's equivalent to 3 years, in my opinion, because you're learning how to tack these 3 skill sets together, how to basically use one another in tandem to create better work. Whereas the one designer is very reliant on his one skill to produce great work. So as you're learning to use these 3 skills in tandem, each year for you is basically like 3 years for designer 1. So if you guys were on the same plane, okay, designer A with 1 skill, designer B with 3 skills. So year 1, he goes up 1, you go up 3. He goes up 1, you go up 3. So this is how you catch up. And the more skills you add on, whether that be through sales, being able to talk to people, being a good people person, the soft skills or the technical skills of web design, UI, UX design, animation, these are all different skills you can tack on to your skill sets or your primary skill sets and get better. So this is just something I wanted to talk about how to catch up into the field with other people who have been in there so long. It's all about finding what you can attach to your primary skill set and train all those disciplines together to catch up to the top tier guys. Just like my demonstration, if you guys are flatlined on the same plane, 3 years, 1 year. 3 years, 1 year. Because 3 skills versus 1. So anyway guys, short video. I just wanted to, I talk about this a lot, but I've never, I've talked about closing the gap a lot, but I've never really explained it. The more things you are practicing than someone who is extremely specialized, the more it differentiates you and the quicker you're able to close the gap with them in order to be on their same level. But you'll be on their level in a different way. Because people will look at you and be like, oh, he can do this, this, and this. They'll start to look at you more than the specialized designer because you have more well-rounded ability. Anyway guys, short video. In the comments, let me know what you guys think about having multiple disciplinaries. This, again, what do you guys think about general versus specific designers? Let me know in the comments and we'll start a discussion. Anyway guys, oh wait, hold on. If you haven't already, I like to talk. So if you like the way I talk, or like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.